Stadium just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 60 yards.
Check mash.
They'll run on first down. Preston. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll set up a throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 20-yard line. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Howell to the air on first and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cup.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. George Kittle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. The Bucs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on third down here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 64 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. On 2nd and goal. Howell on the move to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting.
He's got a man complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to it as well.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Wiggins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Wiggins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman from 3 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Buccaneers are once again back in front. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. Straight ahead, Gibson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. To throw on 2nd and 6. Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And he he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Head the street! Head the street! Hey, smash Bronco!
This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's Howell.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First down, Howell to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. George Kittle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 35, Buccaneers 24. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Oh, Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards from the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Out to his left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back to throw again. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping a ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Second down and goal. Powell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire.
Touchdown! George Kittle from 8 yards out. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Score, Commanders 50, Buccaneers 31. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
19 side, 60.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
18 Rebels, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On fourth down, Wheeler. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And this game went off the rails early for them and never really got...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. And
it's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Washington, and even 50 yards. Operating from the gun, Wheeler to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off the play fake, Wheeler.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Big Lions. 18, Pioneer.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
And it's a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Complete to number 8. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
On first down, Wheeler.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
79 Broncos. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go. Back in 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
18 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Drop 50. Unlock right. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come 19.
They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Bucs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders,
their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on your